Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. We are back in the Pathfinder here, and what we're doing is changing out our high beam bulbs and swapping them over to LEDs. Now, what we've done in the past, and you may have seen that video, we got some bulbs from Auxito and we switched out the halogen headlight bulbs to LED. So when you turn these on, nice and bright, no complaints, they've worked awesome. But what I notice now is when you're driving around at night, there's a lot of back roads here that have no lights, and you want to use your high beams. Well, now when we put the high beams on, it's pretty much, well, it is dimmer than the actual headlights. You get more of a spread with the high beams still, the halogen high beams, but it's almost like you don't even have anything on because the headlights are so bright because they're swapped over to LEDs that the high beams just don't cut it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go under the hood, switch our high beams over, and then we'll go for a little cruise and we'll see how well the high beam LEDs hold up against just your normal driving headlight LEDs. All right, so first off, shout out to Auxito. They're the ones that actually sent these bulbs out, along with the headlights and the taillights that we have on this vehicle already. So what we're using is these LEDs right here. And if you look on the box, it's marked off H8, 9, and 11. So basically, these work as regular and high beams if you need to. And if you look inside the connection here, you can see it's just 2 pins. You got no specific route or way this has to go. So that allows it to be more than just one specific bulb. And then what else you get is your little booklet on some instructions and just info on the lights. You get some zap straps and a little Allen key here, that's to adjust the light, and some gloves. You don't necessarily have to use the gloves, just do not touch the LED with your fingers or it will not last. And now, like I mentioned, we did the taillights and the headlights on my Pathfinder already. And what this is, you got your headlights, your turn signal, and hidden right down in here, you can see the halogen bulb sitting in there. That is your high beam. So when these babies turn on, this just doesn't keep up anymore. So it's super simple to get these out. You just come under here, and it is this bulb right here. You just undo the harness, twist, and it pulls right out. Then you come over here, same thing on the passenger side. It's this one right here. Again, take the harness, unclip it, give that a twist, and it comes right out. And here is your halogen bulb that is plugged in there. And as you can see, like I mentioned, this one has the 2 little kind of bumps in between the forks there. So this can only be plugged in one way into the harness on the car. Whereas the LEDs now, you can put them both ways. So it works because these bulbs have the notch, and the notch is a little different on the actual headlights. So you can use these for the same ones. You just got to make it work in the right orientation. So if you happen to plug these in, I'm not sure if Auxito does this or not, but whether you're watching this just for general purpose or whatever, if you plug it in and the high beam doesn't work, unplug it, flip it the other way, plug it back in, and it'll work. And now with all Auxito's LED headlights, they all come with a little pre-built-in fan here. This is just to run and keep the bulb cool when it warms up. You got your little relay in there. When you turn off the vehicle, sometimes you might hear a humming. That's just this fan spinning. It may spin for maybe, under a minute, 30 seconds tops. And that is just cooling the bulb when you're done driving. These won't do it as often because these are not your driving headlights. These are high beams. You don't have them on all the time. But if you hear something humming, it's completely normal. They're not broken. It's just cooling itself down so it doesn't overheat and blast shorter than it should. And then hopefully the camera's picking up this sound. This is your headlight on right now. You can hear that little buzzing. What that is the fan spinning, because that's where the LED headlight is, just under this little flap. It's spinning, keeping it cool, and as soon as the light shuts off, it'll shut off. All right, now a little comparison just in the garage. The passenger side is done, the driver's side is not. Now when we flick the high beams on, you can see just what a difference it makes. And as you can see by the level of it, we don't have to adjust them. I haven't had to adjust any bulbs from Auxito yet. They fit perfectly. But again, they do send a little tool. If you want to adjust it up or down, that's on you. But you can see just how much brighter these high beams are compared to the lousy old halogen ones. All right, so driver's side, I'm gonna just try to show you how to do it. It is just the little push pin right here. You just pull, well, it's a pull pin, you can see, clicked in just like that. Pull it outwards, give it a little wiggle down, and this thing will pop right off. That is where your new bulb will plug into. You just take this, turn it, she comes right out. You can see these have been in here since I bought the vehicle. They're very dirty. Make sure you clean it up a little bit before you put the LED one in. All right, now putting these back in is just as easy as taking it out. You want the wire to be pointing downwards when you're done. That'll make your bulb stand straight up and down. So watch out for this wire, but basically you want to just slide it into the hole right here. Make sure you try not to bump it too badly on anything. Get it around everything, just in there like that. Kind of turn it, you'll find that sweet spot. You see how the rubber ring went in. Grab it, twist it. It'll go all the way. Your wire's pointing downwards. And now if you come and look in here, your bulb, not 100%, but she's straight up and down. That's what you're looking for. And then again, I did mention earlier that maybe these ones weren't able to be flipped or you didn't have to. But what you can see is this is the little tab where the thing clicks in to hold it from separating. If you look at the LED plug, only on one side does it have this little notch. So you want it to go that way, plug into there, and then it'll click, if I can get it with one hand, just like that. Give it a little squeeze. You'll hear it click, and again, that won't let go. And that is basically it. You could take the zip ties if you want and kind of tuck this up away because you don't want this thing rattling around. If it's clicking on something, you might get that noise while you're driving. So get the zip ties, tie it up somewhere where it's out of the way, it looks good, nothing's kinked, and then that's as easy as the install gets. A little mirror comparison in the Frontier tailgate before we take off. You can see just how bright they are compared to the other ones. Alright, so we'll do a little driving test here. I know it's not quite dark yet, but it is dark enough to test out the lights. And again, if you're going to pick some of these up in the link below, you can click on the link. You get a little discount if you buy through there. Use the code, save yourself a few bucks, because I do highly recommend, if you're going to upgrade your headlights, do the normal headlights and your high beams all in one go. Because you can see this is normal LEDs, super bright, you can tell in the camera, but it doesn't really go side to side. Where now is if we put on the high beams, you can see just how much it lights up. Hopefully the camera's picking that up, because it's literally like a night and day difference. When you put these on, especially like I said, if you're on a dark highway or something, and you're looking out for animals or whatever. I know around here we got lots of deer, lots of moose, lots of bears. You definitely don't want to be cruising highway speed and have something jump out at the side of you. So with these things being as bright as they are and how far they light up down the road and to the side of the road, definitely recommend upgrading both. So shout out to Auxito. They make awesome products. Like I said, links down below. Use the coupon code if you want to save a few bucks. Let them know that you bought it from me. And hopefully you enjoy. They make an awesome product. Highly recommended. So there you have it, guys. Super simple install. You've seen just how well the high beams work. And again, if you're going to do the LED headlights, you might as well do the high beam bulbs at the same time as just your regular bulb. Not only did you see, it's way brighter. It's going to keep you safer, brighter, and of course, when you're doing one, do the other. It's going to save you a bunch of time. If you want to save a bunch of money, like I mentioned, in the description below will be a coupon code. You get to save a few bucks off your own purchase. And again, they last long, they work great. Shout out to Auxito for sending us all the stuff so far. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Hopefully we catch you in the next one, and thanks for watching this one.